Oh, hello, how are you? Oh, hello, how are you?
When TomTom strutted onto the farm, he locked eyes with the sheep and knew this was his forever flock. He loves keeping them company, sitting in their hay feeders. And every morning, you'll find him suntanning with them in the fields. Sometimes he'll even try and herd them like a dog. But because TomTom was a stray before we met him, this friendship did not happen overnight.
TomTom, how are you feeling today? Bit better?
TomTom had never been handled by humans before.
Hi, TomTom.
So when we first brought him to the farm, he was a little confused and nervous, so he kept to himself.
I looking in at you, and you're looking out at me. Who's on the right side or the wrong side here?
But being alone forever is sad even for TomTom. He still needed a friend. So when he saw these strange creatures, he thought, they look friendly, I'll introduce myself. And surprisingly, they were like, what kind of sheep is this? The lambs saw him as one of their own and could not stop following him around. So we had to make sure TomTom knew how to be gentle. We would supervise his visits to the pasture and keep a close eye on his shenanigans with the sheep. Whenever he got too feisty, we would take him back to the car for a timeout. But little by little, he learned how to become the ultimate fluff shepherd.
Come back! Come back! Don't run from the Lord, TomTom!
TomTom now thinks of himself as their protector. He loves to rest on tree branches above them and keep watch. And he's especially popular with the lamb mamas.
Just watching Tom do a bit of stealth work here.
Every time he's on lamb guard duty, the mama sheep go off and get some free time for themselves. And when they come back, they always call up to him to say thank you. But TomTom's overstayed his welcome, and he became their 24/7 love bug.
Brilliant, Tommy, brilliant.
I still can't believe it took me this long to get a cat. TomTom has proven himself as the greatest whisker wrangler there ever was.
Good boy.
Norman thinks that he's a cat, and Bubba thinks he's a dog. Norman thinks that it's okay for him to jump up on a table.
Huh?
And Bubba knew how to play fetch without any training. There's not a single day that I do not see them tackling each other and running after each other. Whoever would have thought that the big scary rottweiler and this little cat would just play all day. I wanted a cat because I was home alone all the time.
Big boy.
And my husband was the one who always wanted a dog. I was a little nervous to get a rottweiler because they're seen as aggressive. But once I did my research, I agreed to it. We put Norman inside the playpen and then let Bubba go up to it.
What is it, Bubba?
He would jump back every time Norman would make a movement. Those first few days, Bubba would only come up to Norman when he was sleeping.
Oh, I see, he smells so cute. That's a puppy.
But as Norman ran by, Bubba joined in and then they started running together. Hey, come on. One day I found the two of them in the crate together sleeping and I knew the rest would be history. Now, Bubba is always the one to start their games. And Norman is just running circles around him.
Who is it?
It took a while for Norman to be calm enough when Bubba came near him to try to lay down. And so every time they snuggle up, I just love it because it took a long time.
Nice.
But Bubba definitely thinks that he is in charge. He's a lion taking down his prey, and Norman never cares. It's hysterical to watch them. Bubba always needed a friend. And Norman broke all of the stereotypes that I had heard about Rottweilers.
Good boy.
Seeing them play together and snuggle together, it really is a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
Oh my god, what are you guys doing? When I saw my alpaca cuddling my cat, I thought I was going crazy. Jorginho was going to town on his ears, and Polankas was just loving it. And when they started grazing on grass together, I was like, is this real? You gotta be kidding me.
Honey, no, that's Georgie's lunch.
Jorginho was obsessed with Polankas from day one. He literally followed his every step. First you see the cat, and then you hear a pair of hooves clicking behind him.
Is that your friend? Go say hi.
I never thought a cat and an alpaca could become besties. But ever since we got him, Jorginho was just a gift that kept on giving.
Hi there. Oh,
I got little Jorginho as a Christmas present from a family member. I was shocked. Imagine an alpaca standing by a Christmas tree. But he just trotted up to me and looked at me with those big, beautiful eyes. So of course I couldn't say no, and we kept Jorginho. I did a lot of research and set up an area with everything he needs. I wanted to make sure he feels happy in his new home. And oh boy did he settle in quickly.
someone's a bit too comfortable, eh?
I have a dog and a cat at home as well. And surprisingly, they both took to Jorginho. He would always plop next to my dog for a nap time. But Jorginho and Polankas have a special kind of friendship. If one wants to play, you don't have to ask the other one twice. If Polankas goes out to explore, Jorginho always follows. Is this big fluffy cloud that's always beside him. And I cry laughing at least once a day with these two. The boys also support each other through thick and thin. When Polankas is feeling down, our Jorginho always comes to rescue. It's almost like they're brothers from different mothers. Everyone in the house is obsessed with Jorginho. He can get away with everything and anything as long as it makes him happy. He's not raised for fur or meat. He's raised to love and to be loved. And when I look at Jorginho and Polankas, love is all I see.
It was just a moment of Brian has a best friend.
Kiss your baby. Yes, oh, that's nice.
Brian would lick him and clean him, just made him melt into it. Walter, he'd be sitting on top of his back and just sleeping with him.
He's about 1,500 pounds.
And it makes me so happy when I walk in the barn and I see both of them. But the first time Brian ever licked him was when they were still getting to know each other. We have a farm sanctuary where we have rescued farm animals in our barn. We often have cats that just kind of show up for a refuge, and Walter was one of those.
Walter White has gotten quite comfortable, comes in every night and sings for his supper.
He was very thin and looked pretty beat up.
Everybody meet Walter White.
So I was mostly concerned to help him, feeling like I really want to win this cat over.
What are you doing?
Anytime I saw him, he would run a little less far away.
not comfortable being picked up yet, but we're pretty comfortable being pet.
But there was a time
I was sitting with Brian in the barn and Walter came up behind him.
he was rubbing his head on Brian, and it was almost like, oh, I have fur, you have fur, like maybe this is okay. I was a little bit afraid of his size. But then he would go and sit on Brian while I was there. And that's when the purring and like the real relationship started to blossom.
Yes, oh, that's nice.
Brian will be eating grass and he'll see Walter and just walk right over to him. You can see Walter get really excited and out of nowhere was in the tall grass and just jumping and like playing.
Walter.
And then Brian very slowly lowers his head and the two of them touch noses. It's kind of weirdly an equal relationship, even though he has like 1,600 pounds on Walter. When he sees him, his eyes just light up. And there's definitely that light that Walter brings to Brian.
You're not acknowledging your buddy?
So the two of them have a very good bond. You can't help but smile or laugh about that.
Hello, mister. Is it warm up there?
Morris will be sitting out on a fence. He will sit like one of his old bus stop. And Champy come over to say hello to him. And then he'll jump up on his back. He really enjoys horse riding. Champy will actually take him all around the paddock and go for a ride. Their friendship is incredibly unique. I couldn't believe it. And one day I was simply taking Morris out onto the front veranda. Champy came up and was sniffing him and trying to feel his fur. He wouldn't leave him alone. He was constantly trying to touch him. For Champy, it was love at first sight. And Morris was very shy, sitting as far away from Champy as he could. It took Morris 3 days to work out that he wasn't going to hurt him. And that was the day that he jumped up on his back. They love grooming each other. I've seen them eating grass together and drinking out of the horse trough together. They sleep together sometimes. And there was a favourite tree that Morris used to climb. He could leap from Champy's back. And Champy stopped and waited for him until he came back down. Jumping on Champy's back is a natural part of their friendship. Champy loves those other horses and he spends time with them. But if he saw Morris, he'd leave the herd and spend time with him. It's beautiful to have that between the two different species. But unfortunately, the house that we'd been living in got sold. I've had to separate them. When they were separated, Champy was very confused because he lost not only Morris, he lost me as well. And Morris is not his normal happy self. So we just have to somehow find somewhere to live that's big enough for 3 horses and 2 cats. If anybody can help us in any way, I'm open to suggestions. I'm not giving up. I want my family back together.